This video was brought to you by Stormberg, ABRP Planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We are now sitting in a Volkswagen ID7 and we are in Berlin. So this is a special drive we're going to do. I guess we just start driving first. This is the first time I was able to drive the ID7. Let me see. So I have some people with me and yeah, it's a prototype, right? This one. Yes. This is a prototype. That's why we need to have a dude from Volkswagen here. So this is going to be driving impressions. I don't know if you noticed, but we have now a bigger screen. You know, the ID3 had a smaller screen, ID4 had a bigger one. This ID7 has even bigger screen. It's roughly, well, how big was it again? 15 inch or something? So that's good. I mean, now we're cooking. You can see on the camera. I think we should have it visible that you can. Well, let me see. Maybe if you can flip the screen out a little bit so I can see. Yeah. Okay. There. I want to also monitor that viewing point. Okay. Well, you can just flip it in again. You know, just happen to have some people with me so I can do some. But you can see that the screen is actually a lot bigger, and I like it. And let me see, right now I need to focus a little bit on the traffic, but also on the driving. When it comes to region, can we set the higher region?
Yes.
Because I feel like the region is a little bit weak. I remember this also from other ID cars. Okay, all directions. We just go here. I'm just trying to find my way to the Autobahn right now. Eco mode. Well, can we do individual mode?
Yes.
So because now the car feels a bit sluggish in eco mode. So I didn't come here to drive eco mode. Steering, drive, comfort. Oh, it has DCC. Yeah. I heard this one has
a new one.
A new DCC. Oh yeah.
So how you like it?
Okay, let me see. I have to Hamburg. Where are we going now, by the way? I have to get on the south route. 13.
You have the
okay, right.
Head-up display, then you.
Oh yeah. We have also augmented reality. So now we're taking the Berlin 113. Yeah, we take the south one here. So I checked also the map beforehand where the unrestricted Autobahn is, and it's this direction a little bit further south, and then we just go wild. Unfortunately, the maximum, the top speed of this ID7 is 180 kilometers per hour. I guess that's still decent. It's probably fast enough for most people, even Germans. Maybe there will be some kind of some beefy ID7 eventually, some all-wheel drive one, but let's see. Okay. So right now we're kind of set up, we're fiddling a little bit here. So let me show you that. Okay, one thing, the big thing that people are talking about, I should also mention, is that we have now these kind of Model 3 Tesla style air vents, where the air vents are controlled electronically. We have one over here, one there, and was it 3 or 4? I don't remember. But you can then individually control them, or if you put it in auto, it will do all that stuff for you. So yeah, that's interesting that they're also moving away from the manual air vents. Other than that, okay, there's some stuff in the center console here I can't show you because there is some, since this is a prototype.
See the air vents here.
Oh yeah, you see it there. Oh yeah. 4. Okay, 4 air vents. Ah, yeah. So that's pretty cool, and you can individually adjust them like that. So we can bring up this one again. Yeah. It might be visible on the video since it's a fairly big screen. So I should tell you that outside here it's 13 degrees Celsius. In Norway it's around 0 degrees Celsius nowadays. So let me focus on the driving then. Yeah, we are now in the 120 zone, and if we just keep going south now, we should hit the unrestricted soon. Let me see. So you know, the instrument cluster is remarkably small. I was hoping for something bigger, but it seems that Volkswagen, they're trying to move away from too big instrument cluster. So it's like it's like a little slick bar there. We can talk about this one, right? Okay, yeah, okay. Alles gut. So at least what you see here is the speed. You see similar to the the ID3, ID4, and you see state of charging percentage and estimated range, and there is also some auto steer stuff going on. So you can see that one. Let me try to use auto steer here, since we kind of need to cruise there anyway. Yeah, the what's it called again? Pilot assist has
travel assist.
travel assist. This one has it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You can do the automatic lane change if you want to.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me go a little bit faster, and then do this one. Okay. I'm not sure if I did it. I should have hold.
You can see it in the head-up display.
Okay. Yeah.
You have both green lines.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it kind of works. Okay, but let's see now. Slow down a little bit. Okay, then we have 100 zone here. Oh, that one.
It recognizes.
It went automatically. That one I would like to turn it off if it's possible.
Okay, you can choose this one, the mode.
Mode.
Button.
Travel assist semi-auto. Okay. Well, I just have it on this one. I think you have to.
Again.
Oh.
Then you go to
Adaptive cruise control. Oh, okay, but I want to have it on travel assist.
Okay.
But okay, I can fiddle with the settings. You have to dig into the menu to find the stuff. And of course, I need to be a good German. And oh, now it speeds. Okay, that is okay. I find it a little bit. Maybe you can find it for me. It's okay. Whatever. We don't have to focus on that one right now. I should have set up everything, but we have a little bit of limit here. But since we are now waiting for some the roads open up, I should give Volkswagen a big shout out. Okay, here. This one means unrestricted. Okay, sorry, everything is a little bit back and forth here, but we are still waiting for traffic to clear up. But yeah, big shout out to Volkswagen, because you know Volkswagen, they had an event in Alicante in Spain, press event, and I was invited, but unfortunately it's a bit too far for me, and it was a long event span over several days, so I couldn't go there because you know I have family now. So but Volkswagen really wanted me to test the ID7. I realize it now. They really wanted me to test the ID7. I also wanted to test the ID7. I was like, oh, too bad. I also asked them if they could maybe have like a one-day package. I can fly down to Alicante, then test, and then go back or something. I don't care too much about the fancy dinners or the hotels over there. I just want to drive the car. But they just couldn't fit in that one. So, but then Volkswagen, they pull it off and they allow me to use this prototype. It's not the same one as the other journalists were able to test. Actually, the one they tested is more final, especially in the soundproofing, everything. This one has some equipment, some cables, some communication, everything. So you see, we might not get the right impression of everything with this car, but what we get here that the other journalists did not get is that we are able to test them on the Autobahn, unrestricted zone. So that was, there's a big thank you to Volkswagen, because they pull off this one only for me. Think about this. Only for me. That is crazy. Like, I feel flattered, but I realize that they must really recognize that my videos gives them great value, and also for the potential customers, that maybe I just test the car in other ways that other people do. Okay, sorry, I have to interrupt myself. Let's floor it. Oh yeah. Maybe we should go into some sport mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
This would be better.
Oh, it's nice and quiet. Sport mode engaged. Okay. Okay, now, Dankeschön. Let's see now. Okay, let's slow down a little bit. I have not touched the brake pedal. I'm just getting a feel of the region. So I also check my mirrors. There's no one behind me. So there's a little bit of traffic now. It's 10:30 in the morning. Okay, we're doing about, yeah, I don't have to tell you guys the speed, but let's see. So the new ID7 has a new electric motor with more windings. They redesigned the motor, and you know the old one is 150 kilowatt. This one is 210 kilowatt. And oh man, it has a nice pull. Okay, it's not neck snapping fast, but I really feel like this is a lot faster than the old 150 kilowatt motor. So, by the way, this is rear wheel drive, and it's on some Central European winter tires. And we are on, actually on, I'm not sure what kind of surface this is, but we even have crosswinds. Let me get an impression here. So,
And you have the winter tires.
oh, what?
You have the winter tires on.
Yeah, winter tires on. So, I got the impression that this car is really quiet. Despite that, this is a prototype that doesn't have all the soundproofing yet. So, which means that the final product will be even better. Oh, and this is, you know, ID7 is not some fancy, expensive EQS or BMW i7. It's the Volkswagen, the car for the people. So it should be fairly affordable. So, yeah. Actually, since we are kind of stuck in, well, I wouldn't say stau. No, this is not stau. It's just traffic. It's just, yeah, normal traffic. Let me set the cruise control. I need to set it to roughly. We have to set the. Well, you can see the GPS speed, but it's, you can see the speed. It's roughly, yeah, 110 kilometers per hour. I want to do a measurement, but bear in mind that this is not final. So the final result should be slightly better. But on the other hand, we are on winter tires. So yeah, I need to shut up now. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if Alexander could hold it in front of the camera. That's about 65 decibel, I think. Okay, let me see. We'll try to go a little bit faster. So, of course, every time I talk now, the sound levels will go up. But it's quite unique that we are able to test sound levels at a higher speed. The road here is very nice and smooth, though. So just bear that in mind. But this is what you can find in many places in Europe. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I can go too fast. Let me try a little sprint here. That is very good. That is very good. Okay, I had to shut up a little bit, but you guys see the numbers. Wow. Oh, okay. I mean, it helps that we have smooth asphalt, but remember that we even have crosswinds. Wow, I can't wait to test this car in Norway. We get a little impression now, of course. Right, thank you, Alexander. So now I'll just turn off this one. And normally when I do the measurement, I will measure, I record the data and then look at it afterwards. So yeah, interesting. Let me see. I'm trying to find out how the instrument cluster works. I think you have to swipe it. Well, how is this again? You have to swipe it.
You have different views there.
Yeah, how do you swipe? Which side was it again?
This, and this.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to press maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, there. I see. Okay, interesting. So, you know, the instrument cluster here is freaking tiny. It's like slick, it's in there, right? So in the ID3, ID4, you will also have some trip data here. Now they moved it to the head-up display. I can see some consumption numbers. Unfortunately, I can't tell you guys because that will be in a different embargo. But okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, wow, that is interesting. This is actually the first car I've ever tested that shows trip meter on the instrument cluster. But okay, so yeah, I can tell you that it's not that bad. Yeah, I mean we have 0.23 drag coefficient here, and also quite low frontal area. When it comes to the size, this one is actually slightly taller than Model S, which is actually good. Okay, let's go for it. Oh yeah, yeah. The co-pilot says, go schnell. Oh yeah, okay. You don't have to ask me twice. We came here to drive schnell. Oh man. Oh, it's been a while since I drove fast. Oh man, I'm back at Helga. I'm back. Oh. But okay, I mean, it's fine, you know. Want to get an impression. So when you drive at these speeds, 180 kilometers per hour, how does the car feel like? It feels planted. It feels nice and solid, rock solid. I'm just flooring it right now. We're driving at VMAX. Okay, slow down a little bit. Let me check here, region. Yeah, actually region, when I let off now, I see that the display, the region is almost max. It's regioning roughly 90%. And then, yeah, if I press the brake, I region a little bit further. So, at least in that part, you actually get pretty strong region. And let me just try another, since I have some traffic in front. I want to get an impression. You know, the BMW iX3 is also rear-wheel drive, and also around 110 kilowatt power. By the way, do you remember the torque? Huh?
77.
77.
The battery size.
Oh yeah, but how much was the torque number? Yeah. How many Newton meter? Okay, but let me see here. We'll get that. Okay, it's a PM motor still. So the PM motor tends to have this characteristics that it has a slight lag, but it's still quite snappy when you floor it in sport mode. You get that little. You can maybe see my co-pilot is a little bit like this. So
545.
Wow, 545 Newton meter torque. that is decent. So rear-wheel drive, okay power. That should actually be a good recipe for efficient cars, because normally, in general, when you have two PM motors, it's really, really hard to make it efficient. I only know one company that made it possible or managed to master it, and that is Lucid. But even when I talk to what was his name again? How can I forget his name? But the founder of Lucid, yeah, Peter, he said that yes, he knows that making a PM motors, dual PM motor is really hard to make it efficient. So maybe that's a good thing to just put one strong motor in the back, and you can go fast, plenty of power, and even in Norway, as long as you have good tires, then traction is not really a big of a problem. And also, when you buy this kind of car, I guess you don't live in the bush anyway. If you live in the bush, I mean, if you have a cabin in the bush, you have to go off-roading, semi-off-roading. You probably go for some SUV. You might go for ID4 GTX or something else, right? So, man, we're just cruising now. It's 15 degrees Celsius outside, and we're heading south on the highway 13 towards which?
Lübbenau or
Lübbenau.
Yes, it's the famous Spreewald in Germany. There's an area for tourists where you can have small boats and driving on small canals.
Ah, okay, cool. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I need to do some other stuff, but I don't like this car. I mean, this video, I don't care if it's a little bit too long, because I know that lots of people want to get an impression of how is this car, how is the comfort and everything, and the noise. Well, noise level, at least my impression now is really, really good. And also, let me just get another feel here of. Are we allowed to talk about? Okay, how we have the 120 zone. Are we allowed to talk about the interior here, or? Okay, maybe I'll.
You can mention this.
I can focus that on another video. Yeah, I'll just focus on the driving now. But let's see. We are in sport mode. So if we switch, is there a button for drive mode here, or you have to go in the menu, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So if we switch it to comfort instead, will the if we look at individual here, Okay, if you go to sport, okay, yeah, you have to. it will, you know, pay attention. Okay, it doesn't say. Okay, but individual, it seems like if you go comfort instead, yeah, we are in comfort mode now. Then the DCC should be more, you know, comfy more, right? So when we are in sport mode, it was like a little bit harder, was it? Okay. All right, so now we should test comfort mode. Eco mode, I don't care too much about it now, unless we do the Sunday driving. But it's Friday today, so. But now in comfort mode, let me get a feel again. So in sport, okay, let me just try this one for sport. Let me try. Okay, it has that instant thing, all right. But then in comfort mode, is it supposed to be a little bit softer? Let me try. You know, I almost feel like, wait, comfort mode has lower region. I'm almost just rolling now. Oh yeah, in sport mode, it goes way higher region. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. But of course, you can customize it. If you go for individual, you can customize everything there. But, I mean, it's still quite punchy in comfort mode. But let's drive around in comfort mode a little bit now. Then we see. So I think eventually I'm going to turn around in around 13 kilometers. So we just have to, if you can please remind me to turn around. So now I just want to cruise, set the speed. Let's say cruise at 100 kilometers per hour. And then this car is equipped with Harman Kardon. What's it? 16 speakers, 700 watts. So we need to test it. I have USB stick with me. Let me see, do this. Okay, the bass. The bass is not that strong. Okay, because nowadays I'm actually testing the Mercedes EQS SUV. And that one is really punchy and deep bass. Here, it's lacking a little bit of that deepness. I'm not sure if, is the stereo here final?
No.
Oh, it's not final. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, you get some impression of it. Okay.
You can individualize if you want.
Okay, I set everything to flat. Turn off every processing, everything. Everything has been set to flat, neutral, center, everything. So I just want to get an impression. So it's Harman Kardon. So I wonder if this is the first time Volkswagen uses Harman Kardon in the cars. But I've tested Harman Kardon in BMW before, and I was super impressed. Oh, but it sounds great. Yeah, it sounds good. Let's skip a little bit. Okay, I have to switch here. You can see also how it works in practice. Okay, there it's in 9 kilometers. Okay, then I can switch back to the music player. Go to the home and then you switch here. So as long as you're used to the whole infotainment, then even just having everything in touchscreen shouldn't be that big of a deal, really. Listen to the bass here also. Okay, it sounds nice and clear, but I feel like there's lacking something in the bass. So hopefully the final version gets more bass. Maybe this prototype doesn't have the subwoofer. Yeah, who knows?
Won't you let me dream that you're mine again?
Interesting. Every time I change volume, you hear the tuk 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 sound, which is kind of annoying if you notice it.
You can switch it off.
Oh, you can switch it. Okay. Yeah, but we're not gonna mess around too much. Okay, let me listen to this guy. This guy, he has a little bit bright voice. What if I do this? This one does not have the, yeah, okay. Oh, there's another section of under. Actually sounds very good. Last song now, just want to listen to the mid bass. Skip a little bit. Listen if there's a rattling in the prototype. You see, Volkswagen, they are not playing around. Even the prototype does not have any rattling in the doors when they play music. And then when I test production cars of some other brands, then we hear rattling. Okay, so that was the little music test. And I think we need to go back. We're going to turn around soon. Okay, let me get, you see, now is when we need to kind of speed up quickly.
I think on the way back we will have less traffic.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. So actually, personally, I don't like the. Okay. The comfort mode. You by default you have low-ish region, but the region is adaptive. So now that we have traffic in front of us, it will slow down faster. And I don't know if you guys can see it through the camera, but we have crosswinds. Yeah. So nice and smooth asphalt over here, but lots of traffic. And then, oh, I forgot to check something. Oh, double glazed window. What about in the back? Do you know the back also? Same. Okay. Oh, nice. Let me see. I wonder if the front windscreen also has some acoustic glass. So that's probably why it's quiet. But also, only acoustic glass doesn't help. Like Tesla, they have acoustic glass, you know, but it's still not as quiet as the German cars. So yeah, let me see now. You see, now that I'm driving faster, and if I have a car in front and I just let off, yeah, then the region goes stronger. But then it just does it automatically, kind of. So let me test here. I guess many people will prefer this. I prefer to be in control, full control. So if I go a little bit faster now and I gain on him, and then I let off, yeah, then I get fairly fast, I mean, fairly strong region, and then it kind of kicks back on the more, yeah, regularly. So I actually prefer to have it on. Wait, not this one. My bad. Wait, how do you the driving profile? Yeah.
You can have it in the shortcuts if you want to.
Okay.
But therefore you have to individualize the shortcuts.
Oh, this is where they measure this distance between cars.
No. This is only for the trucks, for the mount. To pay the usage of the.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's nice to have a local Deutsch guy here. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're gonna exit soon. Then we turn around. Maybe it's better if you could set in the navigation for me. Yeah. We go back north, right, towards.
You want to go to the Ioniq?
Oh yeah. But the Ioniq charging session needs to be covered in another video, because that's a different embargo. We have two releases here, so this one is only for that one. But well, actually, okay. Let's exit here.
Ioniq is set. Okay, let me check. And then we will find.
And yeah, I should also mention that this car has the 82 kilowatt hour battery that you know from ID4 and ID Bus. But that battery comes in two variants. You have the one with a high peak power, 185 kilowatt, like in ID Bus and the ID5 GTX. And then you have the one with the flat 135 kilowatt curve that goes flatter and actually goes faster than 90%. Which one does this one have, by the way?
This is the 77.
Oh, okay, I forgot. Maybe you can't mention that in this video. Okay, I forgot. Sorry, we have so many embargoes we have to deal with here. Okay, now the truck is of course blocking me. Okay, let's go. Oh, there's some vests at low speed. I don't know if you can hear that. It goes up until around 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, that disappeared. Okay, we just do a little flip mode and go back to the Autobahn. But it still feels, in many ways, it feels like driving the Volkswagen. Oh, okay. That's the overspeed warning. Yeah. Oh, busted. But let's see. Yeah, it has nice dampening, everything. I also heard that the suspension has been worked on to make it comfortable. We should also try to drive on some twisty roads, maybe. But there's
on buckle roads.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you know any places?
We will find in the near of the airport.
Okay.
Small villages.
All right. You see, now we're just cruising here, and then we have unrestricted zone. And if I have the opportunity to heat up the battery, of course we're gonna do it. Okay, you see. So now in sport mode, yeah, I like sport mode. But then I guess the suspension becomes a little bit stiffer in sport mode. But it still doesn't feel uncomfortable. Like I almost forgot what we were in sport mode. So if I would compare against similar cars, actually the comfort here resembles a Model S Palladium, or the Raven, the one with new suspension. But I almost feel like maybe it's more comfortable. I'm not sure, because here you can change the dampers. We can also do that in the Model S. But we also have to look at what kind of competitors do we have here. Is this an EQS competitor? No, absolutely not. It's way lower price range and everything. But the crazy thing is that even this ID7 could compete against more expensive cars when it comes to some features, and also driving, like driving feel, comfort, noise, all that stuff. Okay, the other Germans, they might go faster, but here, yeah. You can still hear a little bit of wind noise, but it's kind of windy today. So ideally we would test this on a not so windy day, but on the other hand, this is also a more realistic test. So yeah.
See the big hall there? There was the producing hall of the Zeppelins.
Oh, Zeppelin. Wait, where is that? Hindenburg?
No, in newer days.
Oh, okay.
It's
the big
project, but was cancelled.
Okay. So there's a big hall.
It's the tropical island inside is
okay.
Fun park, so to say, with some.
Wait, I forgot. I just remembered something. Let me just go here. Okay, a little bit late exit. Okay, but we can do a little. I forgot. Let's do a little launch. Okay, so we just check the traffic, and then we let me see. Well, actually, no, I went the wrong way. This is for trucks. So, we can just. Well, I want to go out again also.
Okay.
It was just a quick in and out. So, but I have to watch out. It's kind of busy now. It's almost 11 on a Friday, so I might not be able to launch from standstill. We'll just do our best to get some impressions. And the battery is now at 53%, so I'm not sure how much power we have. I could have connected the car scanner maybe, but whatever. Okay, it's fairly clear now. Let's just go. We start almost from standstill. Wow, that was a nice punch, by the way. Yeah, that was a nice punch, like, oof. I never got that punch in the 150 kilowatt versions. Maneuver is maneuver braking is currently okay. Not sure what that was about. Yeah, there was some warning came up and then it disappeared again. Maybe auto braking. Yeah, could be auto braking. But it goes fairly fast to VMAX. So it seems to have a nice curve, a nice power curve. So I suspect that high torque is for low RPM, and then at higher RPM it could kick back a little bit on the torque, and by doing that you get a flat-ish. Yeah, you should get a flat kilowatt or horsepower or power curve, because at lower RPM you will then have lower power usually. But let me see, what else is it that you guys want to know? How are the seats? Okay, well, if the opportunity comes, then I just have to go for it. But the seats, by the way, is ventilated and heated, so that's nice. Wait, did the ID family have ventilated seats before? 9? Okay. Oh, this is new then. Ooh, nice. So I can just go here, and then I could just say dry boost. Oh, okay. And then it does some magic. It does some presets here. Max seat ventilation. Oh, I feel a nice breeze now in the back. Oh, yeah. And also, there is massage. Does this one have massage?
Yes.
Ah, okay. How do we enable that one? Massage, okay. Start. Well, there's a program. Let me go for circles and then start. The app seems. I mean, it seems a little bit glitched. I'm not sure if it started. No, okay.
Instead of this, you have the normal button, the physical buttons.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Okay.
Should start.
Okay. This is what Germans do, right? They fiddle with the screen when doing 180 kilometers per hour. I'm gonna get so many hate comments now. Oh shit. Okay, whatever. Well, it's not too important. Yeah.
Mine is working.
Okay, but
It's not. I don't know why.
just have to bear in mind that this is a prototype, so not everything is working. I mean, I'm just happy that we don't have plywood on the car. So let me see. No, I want to turn it off. Okay, there. Yeah, it should be off now. Right. So yeah, we just have a little nice stroll in the park now, trying to heat up the battery. So yeah, what I was saying is that the seats feels good. They have decent side support. They are not total racing bucket seats. And yeah, but I guess I should come back more in the seat department on maybe the other video where I focus on the interior. But at least when we are driving and sitting here, I can give you my impressions. That feels good. Yeah, steering wheel actually feels very much like regular ID3. I don't think there is anything different there. Unfortunately, we still have the haptic feedback, haptic buttons. I'm not a fan of it. And the stocks seems similar as also the other ID3s. So yeah, it makes sense to reuse many components. But from what I remember, there were some more buttons on the ID3, ID4 here, wasn't it? For mode and some stuff.
Yes, it was there, but it switched to the display.
Okay, so actually more buttons have been removed and we are more in the display. So I remember when I switched modes, drive mode for example, I used the buttons. But now we just have to get used to pressing on the screen and then, yeah. But it's been a while since I drove ID family now, so but at least what you have important here is you can change temperature here. These are direct buttons, and I guess you can slide them up and down. And you also have volume here. You can slide up and okay, yeah. So that one, yeah. And then let's see, give it down to 48%. Well, Okay, let me switch display here a little bit. I'm gonna check out display. Okay, so you have one display where you say, what the heck? You can even see state of charge in percentage in the head-up display. So it seems like Volkswagen, they are serious about moving more stuff over to the head-up display and then less in the instrument cluster here. So yeah, I guess that's also makes sense.
And the head-up will be standard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, head-up display is standard. I think even the big AR version, right? Yeah. So, I wonder if they could totally eliminate the instrument cluster and then only use head-up display. Okay, but let me see. So there's one mode where one viewing point where you can see battery percentage. and range and the auto steer or the assist systems, and then speed. Speed is always visible, and speed limit. And then if we switch to the next mode, then you see parts of the trip meter. You see distance to, no, this is not part, it's actually not trip meter, it's navigation. You see distance to destination and how long it takes. And then the last mode here is then distance to destination. Then suddenly you see consumption number, only consumption number. Ah, wait, there was another mode? I thought I saw trip meter earlier. Okay, whatever. I should be a good German and use the rightmost lane. Yeah. See, if I was driving Audi or BMW, I would be hugging the left lane, of course. Is that true? Germans, they also do that?
Yeah, the passive aggressive is the way to describe the driving on the Autobahn.
Yeah.
You see someone is coming from behind.
Oh.
Giving short light feedback, so
okay.
we switch to the right and then.
Yeah. All right. What else should I say about the car? Well, I can't test the headlight, for example, yet. Lots of stuff I can't test yet, but I should focus on what is unique here in Deutschland, which is to drive fast, get at least that kind of impression, and then we are also on fairly smooth asphalt over here. But other than that, yeah, we're just cruising right now. But I think eventually I want to get over to some twisty roads. Do we have anything nearby here, like this exit here?
Yeah, we can try it.
Okay, it's a bit late, but okay, let's go.
There's more village.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go over here. All right. So let's see. Ausfahrt. Is that the name of the village?
Exit.
The village of Ausfahrt.
No, that's the name of exit. It's the translation of exit.
Ah, okay.
The town is called Großköris.
Yeah, okay. Wow, oh, nice. Yeah, but that was a joke. There's always the biggest city. Okay, should we go right here?
Yeah, there's.
Okay. Oh, there's some. Do we have? Oh, yeah. We have, brostein, cobblestone.
Yeah.
We need to test it. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Oh yeah. Let me see. We have to switch to comfort. No, yeah, comfort mode. How was that again? I'm always a little bit confused there. Yeah, that driving profile. Yeah. We should have. Yeah, I should have made a profile for it. I mean, a shortcut, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, the car kind of floats over the bumps. Nicely done. This was the perfect place to test suspension. Let's see. Is there? Oh yeah. Wow, look at that. This is like, I guess, typical roads in Norway and UK and Belgian roads. Yeah. If I didn't tell you guys that I was in Deutschland, you would think, oh, this nice Belgian town. Yes, exactly. Look, there's patches everywhere. They didn't bother resurfacing the whole.
The same
What?
surface here.
Yeah.
Rough surface.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait. Huh? Should we go left or?
Try.
Okay, we just.
Find another ones.
Yeah. So now I will get an impression of how it is on these kind of roads, some bumpy roads, and the car just floats over the bumps. It has almost 3 meter wheelbase.
Yeah, you can choose the left one.
Okay, left. Oh yeah. Look at this. The rougher, the better. It just kind of bounces, similar to actually an EQE, EQS, or maybe the BMW i4. But I like these German cars, and not because I'm sitting here with a bunch of, a German and a Norwegian from Volkswagen, but okay, here. But I just like the way the German cars ride. It has this nice, comfy ride, like where we sit now. And it doesn't have that weird after bounce that some cars have. It's going a little bit too schnell. Okay. I have to watch out here. But yeah, this is quite rough. I wonder how shaky it will be in the camera. Yeah, this is proper testing. Volkswagen, you guys should test the cars over here. It's quite rough. But this is quite approved, and also this kind of surface you will also find them in Norway or in the north in Lapland during winter. Then you have compacted snow, and then when trucks with chains drive over the compacted snow, it makes it really shaky and rough, similar to this one. So yeah. Oh, they have cherry blossoms here already. Okay, I'm going too schnell again. Ah, shit. Yeah, let's go right here. Wow. Oh yeah, more, even rougher roads. Wait, does this one have grape? Wow, what the heck, man? Let me check something here. Oh, I was not in B mode. I just realized that I was in D mode.
Yes.
But let's check something. Okay, it's very quiet over here. I noticed. Yeah, I noticed that the turning circle was crazy. This car is almost 5 meters long. So if you just do this, and then full turn. Yep, just like ID. Look at this. We can almost U-turn here. You can just drive. You can almost drive in a circle behind yours. I mean, around yourself. Okay, I'm going. People.
Like a tank.
Yeah, it's like a tank. He has a tank turn. Well, okay, people are getting dizzy now, but I just needed to demonstrate that the turning circle is awesome despite having a big car. And I guess this is possible because it's rear-wheel drive, so you have more freedom of movement in the front axle. And I guess you don't have to have some crazy expensive rear-wheel steering. Like I mentioned, nowadays I test the EQS SUV. That one is a freaking tank. But it has 10 degrees rear-wheel steering. But I just wonder how expensive it will be one day when you have to repair it. Oh, this is a nice town. Wow, I wish I could bring wifey with me. Come here.
Extra.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so fed up with the Norwegian winter. But this is weird. Now the vest is... I heard West earlier. Ah, I know what happened. Now that we are in eco mode, or now that we are comfort mode, okay, so let me see, how is this again? I'm trying to do this myself. No, you have to go here, and then
There.
Okay, you know what? Let me just, if I just pull over here, I'm gonna show you guys how easy this is. But you have to be parked. When you're parked, you can then you can swipe this one maybe. And then you can do this, and then maybe you don't have it here. No, you have to maybe in this. I was doing a swipe here. Maybe here you can have the drive mode. Let's see if we can find it. No, it's not here. Okay. You mentioned that there was a shortcut we can make.
Yeah. I thought it would be there, but maybe I won't.
Maybe it's not possible.
Maybe it's impossible. But should be working.
Okay, but I'll show you, by the way, if you go to sport mode, or it's really individual, and you check here, drive, comfort. Okay, you can change the steering. Sorry, I've been talking a lot now. Drive, exterior engine sound. This is the one. Yeah. So if I would configure this now, individual, I will have steering on comfort, drive on maybe sport, exterior. Oh, yeah. So that's the fake engine sound. Adaptive cruise control. You can change some of that. Light assistance, also air conditioning. Yeah, so I can just switch. I can switch, by the way, to sport. No, my bad. If I switch here to sport now, okay, you will hear that. Yeah. For you guys who are interested in fake engine sound, because I think here you don't have to pay 500 euros for it. Yeah, it's nothing fancy, not like BMW. They have Hans Zimmer. Nothing fancy here. Wait, should we go left or right?
right.
Okay, right. Also, that was the sound I heard. Okay, but let me switch over to... Yeah, we actually we just keep it there. Close the windows. So actually in sport mode, I feel that it's a little bit rougher as expected. But this is good that you can choose. And I think actually if you go to individual, just like in the ID5 GTX, you can then actually go even more comfy if you want to. But then it's actually comfier than comfy mode. Comfort mode, yeah. School 6 to 9, okay. Yeah, there's school zone, so we have to go langsam. Where? But yeah, now I'm in B mode. Let me test, by the way. If I use comfort mode, but I have B mode, you switch like this, and now you're in drive, and then you kind of toggle it between drive and B. And that should give better regen. Or if you can just go custom. So another thing I'll be listening to is that when you go over bumps and low speed, it has this nice low frequency rumble. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I think it should be audible on yeah, here we have this really rough patch. Oh, that was nice ASMR. Oh yeah, the guys are like, oh, I said, what is that? Okay, have to go left here, right? Yes. Okay, go back to the Autobahn.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, wait for the truck to go in. But yeah, it is as I would expect an ID7 to be. It would, it's probably going to cost you still. It's not going to be a poor man's car, but on the other hand, it could be a poor man's EQS or i7. Well, maybe not i7, but space-wise, that will be covered in another video. I think this car should have pretty good space because it's based on the MEB platform. I also look in the back, by the way. It still has that. Let me just focus here. I'm a man. I can only do one thing at a time. Okay. Go. Snap. It still has a drum brakes in the back. But let me check something. Yeah, I noticed if I accelerate and I turn while I do something. Let me do a little weird maneuver here. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do any weird shit in the back. Some cars will do some. You can kind of feel like when you don't have overdrive, when you have rear-wheel drive, and you are in curve, and it's kind of hard to explain, but you kind of feel like there's some weird stuff going on, as if the car was not tuned well. This one feels like it's well tuned for driving, similar to Tesla. Tesla, they have done a rear-wheel drive for a long time. So okay, navigation seems a bit. Wait. I think navigation is stuck again. Hopefully we get better software there. Okay. This is probably not final version of navigation, but wait a minute. I see there's like a new top bar. Is that in production yet? In 28 kilometers. Okay, maybe we should bring down the state of charge so we can test some Ioniq. It seems to be capped on the display here. I can see 182 kilometers per hour, but then you guys see on GPS, so it seems to be capped on 180 kilometers per hour on GPS speed. Or I'm not sure. Or maybe they just go a little bit above because they found out that, yeah, GPS speed is a little bit lower. Well, it feels a little bit windy. I can feel it. It pulls a little bit to the side.
It's frozen.
Oh, it's frozen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. But you know the way to the Ioniq, right? Okay, all right, no worries. We have a local guide here, so that's fine. And by the way, I think since this is a prototype, it's required to have a guy from, a representative from Volkswagen sitting here with me. Then I'm allowed to drive it. But yeah, this top bar here, is that something new, or is it in production yet?
Yeah, this would be.
Oh, okay.
With the new interface design of the entertainment system.
Oh, okay, because I haven't seen it. I haven't been in an ID. So you see, you have charging, charging here. We have navigation here. There's some profile and stuff, and here we have the other stuff here.
Former versions you had the buttons down. And we moved it.
Wait, does this one have Anhängerkupplung?
Maybe.
Maybe. You see, this is like, it's giving away that there is like a trailer here. So, no, yeah, I read on the spec sheet. Yeah, I forgot. We saw on the PDF from Alicante. Yeah, it can pull. I don't remember how much. Yeah. Wow, it's kind of busy on the roads here. Oof. It's not like Norway. Yeah, so we are going to an Ioniq, and maybe we have a little short lunch, charge up a little bit, and then at least I can mention it that I'm going to make 3 videos. This one is the first one with the driving impressions, and also the second one will be an interior review, but that one has a lot. There's an embargo of. Was it 17th of April, wasn't it? Or
yeah, for the cover drive is the 5th of April, and for the world premiere content is the 17th.
17th, yeah. So the charging test, range test, and interior review will then be after the world premiere. But at least I can mention that I'm going to test that. Yeah. And right now we have slight tailwind. And the Volkswagen guys trying to fix the software. But you know, they take note of this, and also everything is being logged here, so they can just look up in the dump stack, whatever, and yeah,
the error.
And then find out what is wrong and hopefully fix this. So yeah. You have like a checkpoint you can.
Yeah. I have to, even if I recognize the failure or a bug, then we have to track this. So I will relocate. Let me do it another way. We have this nice button here.
But another thing, by the way, is that now you guys notice that we are driving past trucks, and it's still nice and quiet. This is actually what I experienced also with Audi with acoustic glass, is that here, if I open it, you will hear how noisy it really is. Those trucks, they have some wheel noise. But you probably didn't notice that we were passing by so many trucks. So, yeah. Still 15 degrees Celsius. Just hammering it. I guess given that it's a 7782 kilowatt hour battery, they're probably not pulling out too much power from it. I guess the battery could deliver more, but they just chose this one. Eventually there might be some GTX all-wheel drive version of this, but it means that even at low-ish state of charge, you will still be able to get consistent power output. But this needs to be examined closer once I get the car scanner. Yeah, I mean, I could have brought car scanner, but I'm not sure how much info you want here, info overload. So I figured that since it's a high-speed run, then I just go for the draggy instead. Yeah, by the way, in case you guys haven't seen, this is draggy that I show the speed, and it shows GPS speed with 10 hertz precision. So, all right. And then, okay, I should, by the way, I mentioned it initially that since this is a prototype, all the soundproofing has not been finalized yet. So if you, I'm not sure, but if you heard some weird cracking noise or something, it's not normal. So the final version does not have it, of course. It's just Volkswagen stretch it extra so I can test this car, this prototype here. So yeah, now we come to the 120 zone, and I wonder if we're going to exit soon. Because this one should also have, actually I'm not sure, Staugefahr. There's Stau coming ahead. I know a little bit of, I know the important German words like Stau and Bratwurst and Baustelle.
Yeah, something is wrong here with them.
And then there was also another word, Skaden, what was it again? Surface, damaged surface. I was like, oh, okay, slow down, you know, stuff like that. Okay, let me see. You have to instruct me where I have to go, exit. And...
Yeah. Take the next one, but not in the direction of Frankfurt. You have to go direction to Potsdam.
But okay. Ah, Potsdam. Oh, yeah.
And this one, the next one.
Here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Straight, and then the next one was written Potsdam, Magdeburg, Leipzig.
Ah, okay. It's this intersection.
Yeah.
All right. So I forgot to mention that there is some navigation stuff here. Yeah, I can see on the screen. Oh, you have navigated to it, right?
Yeah.
So even though the screen is frozen, the head-up display and the augmented reality is working. Yeah, so it shows me here that I have to exit here, and then now we have the big arrow coming, like we're driving through the arrow, like that. So that's pretty cool. I've seen it before, and let me see, does this one have the ID light? It doesn't seem to be active because it's supposed to have that zip.
Can activate it, but...
Okay. How does it handle curves? Oh yeah. There I felt like, yeah. This is exactly what I was looking for. When you go a little bit too fast in the curve and you don't have traction, and when I floor it, there was no power until it gained traction, and then, yeah. So actually, if they wanna... Are we in sport mode? Let me check something here. Don't remember. Oh, we're in comfort mode. Ah, okay. No, just have it in comfort mode. So maybe in sport... Well, how far do we have to go now? Roughly. Oh, in 3 minutes. Okay. I think the exit is right by the Autobahn, right? Yeah. So, okay, maybe if I tested in sport mode, maybe the car would allow a little bit more slip or be a little bit sporty, but in comfort mode, it would just kind of, cut the power when stuff like that happens. So we are now down to 37%. It might not be optimal for a charging session. Okay, we have to heat up the battery. Want to see some nice charging speeds here. Let's see, but okay, exit in 1.9 kilometers. So you have to pay attention. Is this the one? There's a resting area. Okay.
But you should see it in the head-up display.
Yeah, I see the stuff coming up there. And by the way, another thing I should mention is that some cars, even the EQS I tested nowadays, EQS SUV has this high frequency noise from the front. I believe it's the front drivetrain. This one, since it doesn't have the drivetrain in the front, it's actually completely silent. The motor is in the back there somewhere.
Navigation's back.
Oh, it's back! Oh, yeah! So the only thing I hear, there's a little bit of rumbling. I think that is from the tires. At certain speeds, you start hearing the... Okay, let me see. Ioniq should be... Okay, left, right? Okay.
Left and then. left and then right.
Okay.
It's behind the gas station.
Oh yeah.
The end of the. You can see it there.
I think we should have gone right there. Maybe I'm not sure.
We can go right.
Okay, we go right here. Okay.
There you see the sign. There you see the sign. Also there. The sign above. There you can see.
Oh yeah, I see now. Okay. It just, I don't know why they make it look like a fossil pump.
Yeah.
Because I was like, huh, there's a fossil pump. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Because charging stations, they don't have that big screen, and yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe it's time for some lunch. I need to get some schnitzel or something here while I'm here. Man, the best things about Germany. Okay. There's a slight problem. We have one charger kaput, and then the 3 other ones are occupied by some other cars. But okay, no problem. I mean, no big deal. It will eventually be available. So we can just stop here and chill a bit and see. Actually, there's one car waiting also. Yeah, the ID3 is waiting. Another thing I should mention, when we have, what the heck, the backup camera has so poor resolution. It's like VGA graphics. Okay, this one is sharper than this. Start. No, I don't want any starting. What is that? There's a camera. Start. Okay, a little bit glitch in the software, in the matrix. But yeah, you see, the front almost feels sharper.
Maybe some dirt on the background.
Oh, okay. Nah. It just feels a bit washed out, as if there's some kind of compression artifacts. Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, it could be schmutz. Because when I go closer, this one is tack sharp here, but here it seems like it's a bit, yeah. But no big deal. But if you have OCD, you will notice stuff like that. That it's not as sharp as maybe some other cars. But again, I like this kind of. I like this approach that you exit the car, and then when you enter, yeah, okay, there's a guy. When you enter, and you can just go like this, and you drive, and then when he's like, oh, that's Teslabjorn. No, he doesn't know that me. But just like the other ID family. So I like it that you actually have stalks, and that it's easy when you go forward, you can just go like this, and then when you want to back up, you go like this. So it's brilliant that you have it near the hand here. All right. Is that an e-Golf? No, I don't think that's e-Golf. But okay. So this was a very long video. I tried to cover as much as possible. It was over an hour long. So actually, I think we have covered most the driving dynamics now. Anyway, we did a little bit town driving. Okay, we didn't do any mountain road. But still managed to cover most important things. So I think I will actually just end it here. Yeah. And then if you want to watch the other stuff, you have to wait a little bit, a couple of weeks, and then you will see the rest of the goodies. So yes, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.